All right, guys, welcome back to another video. We're getting through this week, just waiting for all of these showcases. It's going to be a fun couple of days, pretty much starting on Friday. I will be streaming as much as I can of those showcases, so make sure to just stay tuned to the channel and come watch them and hang out. If you do like daily gaming content, however, and you want to get the updates in video form, make sure to hit the subscribe button on YouTube and then go check out my Spotify. Link is in the description. But let's start off here and let's talk about Hypercharge. Or Hypercharge Unboxed, the game that just released on the Xbox platform. It is an indie game. It is a third-person shooter online, and you're playing as toys in a toy store. It's actually a very cool concept. It reminds me of like Toy Soldiers and Toy Story and stuff like that, but it finally brought to life here in a video game format that looks like a ton of fun. And this game had just great marketing, an awesome marketing campaign from the very start, from when they first announced that they were bringing it over to Xbox, and now it's really going viral. Many big accounts are tweeting out that the game has released, and it has been a huge success on Xbox here specifically, where they put this tweet out. I talked about this the other day. They were at 20,000 sales on Xbox, but now they say, "I'm extremely proud and teary to announce that we've nearly reached 50,000 sales on Xbox in just 5 days. Unbelievable. Additionally, we've surpassed 600 reviews, achieving an average rating of 4.6 out of 5 stars. So this is a huge success story here for a small indie game launching on the Xbox platform, a platform where people have always made fun of that gamers there don't buy games, and obviously that is not the case. They are very much supporting it here, and Hypercharge is kind of breaking that narrative that Xbox gamers aren't going to buy your game. The reality is, if you put out a game that people are excited to play and want to play, they are going to definitely go out and buy it, and we're seeing it here with Hypercharge. Now, 50,000 sales, I mean, for some people that may not sound like the biggest amount in the world. They actually had to reply to somebody who was kind of making fun of them for the 20,000 sales. But for a small indie game like this, right off the bat within the first 5 days, this is a huge boost to them. They're going to be able to go out there and make more content for this game and potentially make another version or another game that they want to put out. So great success here for Hypercharge. Very cool to see that. Now, yesterday we talked about Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 2 coming over to Xbox. It is a rumor, but it looks like that it may be launching into Xbox Game Pass day one. And there's kind of more information pointing towards it coming out at least on the Xbox platform. It will, if we get the announcement for that, it'll probably be on June 9th at the showcase that it's coming to Xbox and coming to the service Game Pass day one, or maybe at Summer Games Fest. But we have this here, and this is via the Taiwan Digital Game Rating Committee. It says has rated the original Octopath Traveler for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. If you remember, the first game launched on the Nintendo Switch and on Steam and Stadia, and the Xbox One following that, I think a couple of years later. And then they didn't release it on the PlayStation. But Octopath Traveler 2 launched on the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 simultaneously alongside the Switch and the PC, and then never came out for Xbox. So now both of these games are going to be literally on every platform, which goes more towards Square Enix and what they came out and said during their latest financial report. They're done with this exclusivity stuff. It's just not working for them. They're not making enough return on their investment. They're not making enough money. It's costing more to develop these games, and they want their games to meet expectations. The best way to do that, put your games on every single platform. And it looks like here, this is what they're going to be doing with both the first game and the second game. It says the PlayStation version of Octopath Traveler were rated alongside the Xbox Series version of Octopath Traveler 2, suggesting the release date for the long-awaited Xbox release will be announced alongside it. And Xputer recently reported that the Xbox Series version is set to launch in June and will also be available via Xbox Game Pass. So I hope that does happen. I think it would make a ton of sense for it to come out on Game Pass, because the first game was in Game Pass, and again, with Xbox and Square Enix having that strong relationship, it just makes sense. So this would not be a really shocking or surprise announcement for me if they do announce Octopath Traveler 2 coming out on Xbox and releasing into Game Pass day one. Now we have a big update here for Halo Infinite. Some pretty cool stuff. I mean, Halo Infinite is still going strong. It is still, in my opinion, a top first-person shooter out on the market gameplay-wise, and they've added so much content to it. It has greatly improved since it first came out from the content side of things. If you're somebody who jumped off of Halo Infinite after the first couple of months because you didn't think there was enough content, you haven't gone back to it. If you go back now, I would almost guarantee you're going to have a good time and enjoy playing the game. We have this update here. It says Halo Infinite finally gets Match Composer support and brings back one big fan favorite mode. So this is the latest content update for the game for Series XS, Xbox One, and Windows PC. and you're not going to have match composer, so you could get to go in there. It's always fun to be able to compose your match, fine tune how you want to play particular games and modes and playlists and everything. That's always been something that's been a strong suit. Halo, I don't really know why it wasn't there from the beginning, but it's great that it is there now. And they say they've also brought back the iconic Juggernaut mode, which was first introduced all the way back in Halo 2. So that's great to see. And if you don't know about it, it's one player against the rest of the players with some advantages. And then once the Juggernaut is killed, the killer becomes the new Juggernaut. So excited about that. That's going to be a fun mode to jump in and play. And then on top of that, as we know, they're moving away from like the seasons and having your battle passes throughout an entire season. And they're going more towards their operation tiers and operation pass. And they are bringing a 20 tier operation pass 10 Ray 4, as well as some long-awaited new additions. So if you are looking forward to the next upcoming Halo Infinite content update, there it is for you. Now, when it comes to the other massive shooter, from first-party Xbox Studios, which is now going to be called Activision and Call of Duty, it's crazy to think that both of those are all under the same platform right now. But they say here on Activision is on Steam, actually, Activision has all of the Call of Duty studios credited working on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So they have Treyarch, Raven Software, Beenox, High Moon Studios, Activision Shanghai, Sledgehammer Games, Infinity Ward, and Demonware. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, I think, is going to be massive. I think it's going to be a huge entry into the series. And I mean, Modern Warfare 3 was good. Modern Warfare 2 was good. When they remade Modern Warfare, that was good too. I really like the Modern Warfare series, but Black Ops has always been one I think has probably been the best. And I think Black Ops 6 is going to be massive. And I can't wait to that showcase after the Xbox showcase where they go into a deeper dive as to what this game is going to entail. You got the zombies, multiplayer, and the single player campaign. To be completely honest, at this stage in my life, I'm actually most excited for what they're going to be doing with the single player campaign, because the Modern Warfare 3 campaign had a concept that I think could be fleshed out and be made really good. Now, the campaign reviews for Modern Warfare 3, they got really bad reviews. I played through it. I had fun playing it, but it was just kind of throw you into a big map and do what you want to do with that map. But there's so many things that I think that they can make it more objective based on that big map, where you have more things that you're going to get through as you make your way towards the main campaign. So I'm really hoping that's what they do. I think we've heard that they're kind of looking at really improving that single player campaign. So excited to see that. And hopefully they give us all those details on Sunday. Okay. And then we'll jump over here to a game that we did see at the Xbox showcase, I believe last year. And that is Still Wakes the Deep, a very interesting horror, psychological thriller style of game, I believe. And we now know the size of it is going to be 9.33 gigabytes. And it's a day one Game Pass game for all subscribers. And it says Still Wakes the Deep releases on June 18th on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Game Pass. And now we know that it is not a massive game, but I think it's going to be a very interesting, more linear style, good looking graphically game. And 9.3 gigabytes is all you're going to need on your hard drive to free that up. Now, if you're a Final Fantasy 14 fan, or if you were thinking about getting into the game and you just haven't yet, it's particularly on the Xbox platform, now may be the time to do it. It is a great MMO. I played it back in the day. I grinded a lot on this game, and I've been wanting to jump back into it. Now may be the time to go out there and just get as much content as possible. There is a 60% off sale that has begun for select Final Fantasy 14 products on Xbox. So Endwalker, the Endwalker Collector's Edition, the Complete Edition, and the Complete Collector's Edition, all 60% off on your Xbox from now until June 17th. So if you've been waiting, go check out, see if that price is right for you. But it's a fun MMO. If you like MMOs, this would be one to definitely check out based off of what I have played. Now, let's talk about this. This is kind of some good news to carry off of the bad news that we did get earlier this year, which was obviously Xbox closing down Tango and Arcane Austin and the other two mobile studios. And not everybody, it looks like, has lost their job. It says here, this is from Clobro. It says multiple developers from now closed Arcane Studios Austin, moved to the other Bethesda studios such as Bethesda Game Studios and ZeniMax Online Studios. And you can see here people posting that they have moved over and the positions that they have at now Bethesda Game Studios. So there are people here that with the studios closing, were actually able to be moved over and stay within the Bethesda Game Studios conglomerate with Xbox and everything. So that is some good news, and we'll see what comes out of this with this restructuring that they did go through. That's basically what it was. It's unfortunate for all the people that lost their jobs, of course, but it was a restructuring after the ABK acquisition and getting rid of multiple studios that they guess just didn't see a future for or the need. Obviously, Tango Gameworks was the big one. Arcane Austin, you had the whole Redfall thing with the release of that game and did not do well. But some of those developers are now going to be able to go ahead and work on other stuff that Bethesda Game Studios and ZeniMax Online Studios are working on. Now, when it comes to the cloud gaming competition, NVIDIA GeForce Now is seemingly getting up there in terms of the quality and everything and how good their streaming is. And they are continuously releasing apps and updates to their apps. So the NVIDIA beta app gets a big update here, one-click GPU tuning and more. But it's also getting the 120 FPS AV1 video capture, one-click automatic GPU tuning, and an improved overlay. That's all going to be available right now. If you go to your NVIDIA beta app right now, you will see all of these updates coming towards that. But what else is interesting is it's actually getting Xbox Game Pass. So you see here from Tom Warren, it says NVIDIA's app beta just got updated and now includes 120 FPS AV1 video capture, one-click GPU tuning, and improved overlay. It also includes 3 months of PC Game Pass. So you're getting 3 months of PC Game Pass with this service when you do, I guess, update your app or get this app, which is something that Xbox is clearly trying to get people who don't know about Game Pass, with big games coming out on it soon. I mean, like Call of Duty and everything, hooked into the subscription service now to see what's there and then continue to be subscribed after that. And that's interesting. They're giving Game Pass to PC gamers, of course, NVIDIA and everything, although they are a kind of a competitor here with GeForce Now and cloud streaming and everything. Xbox, I think, would want to have the best cloud streaming service out there. They got to continue to improve upon it. They're also making sure that they are not leaving PC gamers out who are obviously using NVIDIA GPUs, and making sure that they have a chance here to go check out Game Pass and see kind of what is within the subscription, and then again keep them as long-term customers. That's obviously what their hope would be. And finally, we're gonna have here with, I guess, some more layoffs. Like I said, this is going to continue throughout this entire year. But Dead by Daylight Studio Behavior is laying off up to 95 employees, and they say this could cut approximately 7% of its staff, with most of them based in Montreal. They say this will represent approximately 7% of the company's 1,300 workers, with 70 of those said to be affected by the cuts based at its Montreal headquarters. And in the face of unprecedented competition, Behavior said it has renewed its focus on its historical strength in horror gaming, its production expertise, and its 30-year history of providing exceptional service to its development partners. It adds that these strengths have inspired clear ambitions for the company's future: lead in horror, lead in service, and explore the possibilities of location-based entertainment. And to pursue this clarified vision, Behavior will implement multiple strategic changes to its corporate structure, improving the distinction between its product, production, business development, and marketing resources. So you're somebody who's a fan by games like Dead by Daylight and the content that this studio puts out. Unfortunately, now they're going through some layoffs. They're laying off up to 95 employees, and they're going to kind of be restructuring and refocusing the games that they work on and create. But I'm going to end the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.